Hi, let me explain the rubric that I use to evaluate you with. There are 4 areas that we look at. We look at focus and organization, development, language, and conventions. Focus and organization is how well you fulfill your responsibility related to this task. Development is how well the story is laid out and proceeds and moves forward. Language is the quality and complexity of the language, the words that you use and how you use them. And the conventions are the punctuation, the the capitalization, the spelling, and other things of that sort. So we have these 4 areas. How well you fulfilled your responsibility of telling a new story about their experiences, how well the story moves forward, the quality of the words that you use, and the quality of the punctuation, capitalization, and spellings that you use. So those are the 4 areas on a level of 4. 4s being the best, 1 being the weakest. I will work from a 1 up to a 4. In my experience, this is the best way to do it, because if I come from a 4 to a 3, sometimes I give a too high score. Many teachers give a too high score. So we work from the bottom up. So the maximum score is 16. I do not expect us to be at 16. This is the very first time we've done a writing, and it is now time to look at where we are. I would expect most of us to be in the 2 range, I would hope. 1 and 2s with maybe 1, 3. I'm not expecting 4s, and you should not expect a 4 from yourself at this point. At the end of the year, hopefully we will be there. So that is what I am using to grade you. This is what you were expected to do. You read the 2 stories about the town mouse and the country mouse, and now you are expected to use details from both of them to write your own story, telling what the 2 mice would have done and told their friends once they returned to their homes after their trips. So this is a story after the story. What did they see during their trips? How did they feel about the experience in the other's area or place? And how do they feel about their homes now? So very important that it has to be both mice. It has to be after their trips to the other, and telling about what they thought and felt about what they experienced. Okay, so that gives you an idea. Here's what you were asked to do in the rubric on the front. That will be the task, and the stimulus are the story. So when you see those 2 words, you will know a little bit more what this is about. This is the same for everyone, so we all get the same information. I will pause now and then come back and give you your individual evaluation, or my assessment of your writing. Hello, Jalen. Let's look at your text in relationship to the rubric. The country mouse saw grand dining room, a cat, new food, and he saw it bow tie. The country mouse saw some mice. The country mouse, he scared and nervous. He feel homesick and sad. Now he is not scared or fearing. He was happy to hear cows and sleep on grass. In second story, it said the sofa smelt of cat. Timmy Willie preferred to miserable night under the fender. The city saw a barn, he did not like it. The city saw a town mouse and a cow. A lawnmower, excuse me, and a cow. He did not like nervous and uncomfortable. He uncomfortable. It was to give to he feel related. When he got back home, he didn't want to visit. He didn't want to quiet. All right, so you kind of gave a summary of the stories, Jalen. As I can see, Miss Myers worked with you a good deal. Both of them, what did they tell their friends? What did they see? How did they feel? And how do they feel about their homes now? So let's see if we got any of that when we get to this. An unclear or irrelevant situation. It's kind of irrelevant because we're supposed to be afterwards talking to our friends. In an ineffective sequence of events. It is a little confusing how we move from one event to the other, and there really is no conclusion. So it's a 1 for this. I can see right here, little to no understanding of the task because you did not tell about their experiences, what they felt, and what they think about their new homes, and not telling it to their friends. We're also a 1 here, Jalen. Precise language and transitions, right, we didn't do that very much. It was pretty much straightforward. There were lacking details. Was it hot? Was it cold? Was it rough? Was he happy? Was he sad? Things like that. Demonstrates limited command of grade level conventions of standard written English. Contains numerous and repeated errors that seriously impede meaning. You did hear me struggle sometimes. Those are related to spelling, which is a convention, especially inconsistent command of grade level conventions of standard written English contains frequent errors that may significant. We can go with that, Jalen. I did follow the story, so it wasn't totally impeding me understanding. So we have a 5.